Alright, what is going on, everyone? It is Foul Play here, and we're back again playing some more Modern. So at the end of my preliminary on the weekend, I was really throwing question towards Core Spirit Dancer and whether or not it deserves a slot in the deck, mostly because there's just a massive removal at the moment, and at best you spend 3 mana to cast an aura and draw a card, and that doesn't seem like super amazing value for me at the moment. So I've gone ahead and just removed Core Spirit Dancer and just replaced it with Path to Exile for now. So 3 Core Spirit Dancers out, 3 Path to Exile in. As it stands, we've just got the 8 creatures in the deck, 9 if you count Dryad Arbor. And then aura-wise, we've got 3 Cartouche of Solidarity in here for those Esper control decks, which are quite menacing. 4 Ethereal Armor, 3 Griffspoon for that evasion, 3 Hyena Umbra. I did, most of the times I run 4 Hyena Umbra, but I did remove 1 so we could have 3 copies of Cartouche of Solidarity, so we could actually hit it more likely, or like be more likely to hit it when we verse Esper Control. The Path to Exile is there, the 3 Sentinel's Eyes, 4 Rancor, 3 Spider Umbra, 2 Spirit Mantle, and 4 Daybreak Coronet. Now with the sideboard again, I was sitting there doing some thinking about when we were versing Esper Control, and quite often we can beat like one Kaya's Gale, but we can't beat the second. So we got some Graveyard Hate in here, we got the Surgical Extractions, we got the Soul Guide Lantern. So if we can just surgical them away, that'd be really, really powerful. If not, also like Soul Guide Lantern, good against John Tarmogoyf. So just diversifying it a little bit there. Damping Sphere, good against Prowess, Storm, Tron. Torporob, good against Tape Bears. Containment Priest, good against a couple of decks. We're sort of testing it for the time being. Deicide in there for that Heliod combo. Suppression Field in there for a variety of combo. Pretty good against Tape Bears and those Giver of Runes as well too. We got Lurrus as the companion and 2 Force of Vigor. So no Leyline of Sanctity in this list. Alright, I've also started half thinking about whether or not we do actually want Seasons of Growth in the list. So it's a 2 mana enchantment. Whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature you control, draw a card. It's like a Core Spirit Dancer that can't be removed, essentially. It's just also sort of sometimes it's going to be hard to get out and things like that. I think we could possibly make room for like 2 to 3 copies of this. It does also have synergy with Cartouche of Solidarity, but note that you'll scry afterwards because you'll cast a spell that targets your creature, which is the Cartouche. You'll draw a card from the cast. The spell will then resolve if it's allowed to. The token will then enter, and then the scry trigger goes on the stack. So that scry won't be immediately impactful, but if you've got 2 auras in hand, you could Cartouche, filter with a scry, and then look to draw another card by casting a different aura. So it's something to keep in mind at the moment. The deck's looking a little bit Frankenstein, really. But regardless of that, we're just going to take it. We're going to run it into a league, see if I'm right about Core Spirit Dancer, and see what you guys think. Alright, so here we are for match number 1. Lost the Dial, opponent on the play, and we'll select our companion. We'll get into it. Alright, hands a keep. Let's go. Razorverge Thicket, good top deck. Allows me to keep up my Windswept Teeth for later. Another auras in hand are a little bit slow, but they could still be good. I'm going to go out on a limb and say we're versing Dredge here. Rain and 6. Alright, might just be a Jund deck. Could be a Niv-to-Light as well. If it's Niv-to-Light, we kind of want to get this Gladecover Scout on the board. But we can't do it just yet. Alright, so let's like Sentinel's Eyes attack. Hold up Dryad Arbor if they Kaya's Guile. And then if they don't Kaya's Guile, we can look to get our creature to 4 power and toughness for next turn. So we're one mana off, one aura sort of off doing that. If we draw an ethereal armor, we can. I really am sick of that flip-flopping out right now. Just target it in the little box. There's one card in there. It doesn't need to expand. Stomp. Target us. This is just like Ponza. Okay, he's just casting Bone Crusher Giant. Let's leave this uncracked. Wow, we just keep drawing gas, don't we? Let's go one of these, go one of these. Ignore this Renin 6, keep attacking our opponent. Looking a bit more like Ponza at the moment, honestly. Alright, Bloodbraid Elf. It's almost confirmed Ponza. Blood Moon on the stack. Let's go get a plane so we can play out these Spirit Mantles. So we can keep attacking in the air with this one, and then we can block on the ground with the other. Give us a reasonably good clock. Oh mate, he didn't attack with this. We don't have first strike. That's a mistake. And even if we did, it just doesn't make much sense. Interesting. At least we emptied the scout out of the hand. What do we find? Doesn't really help us. Alright. That one there. We'll put that to hand. There's a chance we might want to lure us to hand if we have spare mana at some point. We're getting close to killing them though. 2 more attacks. Pillage, sure. Arbor Elf, also sure. At the moment, opponent is not winning the race. So you're gonna get rebound as well. So they still have to pay the mana cost on top of discarding the land. Let's get rid of Bloodbraid Elf here. We take like 1 more point of damage, but then we take less next turn. Alright, Daybreak Coronet is uncastable now. So is Lurrus actually. Opponent's on 5. 1 more attack, we finish them. They literally have to kill us this turn. It's gonna like require Lightning Bolt and a whole bunch of lands in hand basically. Because they can triple Lightning Bolt right now. And if they've got 3 lands in hand. I guess they're missing one instance of Lightning Bolt. They need to get 1 more damage through. I think we have them. Renin 6 Emblem, there it is. They've already played a land for turn. They've played the Stomping Ground. Alright, let's get in there for lethal. Alright, Lightning Bolt number 1. Lightning Bolt number 2. Lightning Bolt number 3. Show me red mana. Well, they had the Lightning Bolt, but we're 1 life too high. Go team. Suppression Field can be okay against Ponza because it stops Renin 6 and Arbor Elf actives. I'll bring in these Force of Vigors. I think that's about all we want to like board in per se. We probably still want our Path to Exiles as well here. Cartouche of Solidarity can make for a good blocker, but I think it's probably just our weakest aura there. And it's possible that we minus a land as well. Being on the draw. Okay. It's essentially one lander. We get completely slapped by Blood Moon with this hand as well. We do have some nice auras though. Alright, let's keep and hope for no turn 2 Blood Moon. On the play, this hand would probably win us the game. On the draw, it's probably not going to. Probably just going to get stonewalled. It's a good find. We can still draw a Force of Vigor to like destroy Blood Moon as well. Alright, 4 mana. Am I surprised, people? Absolutely not. See if we can get a chump block with Dryad Arbor or something. Or even an attack. Wouldn't that be amazing? He's probably just going to like stomp it, but if he's taking 2 mana off to do that this turn, that's fine. That is questionable. Unless he's got the 3rd moon effect, that is quite questionable. And he returns land instead of pinging Dryad Arbor. Okay, there's the lightning bolt. 1 card left in hand. Unfortunately... Oh shit, playing that's bad actually. I just played the green card out of my hand, so now if we draw Force of Vigor, we're kind of in a bad spot. Also, like, leaving a basic in this hand like this can be really good if I top deck a green spell. I can then play it that turn. If not, my opponent holds Pillage. He can just shoot this off now, and then I can never draw another forest. Let's attack Ren and 6. I kind of want Arbor Elf off the table to, like, negate their mana a little bit. Yeah, I think that's probably worth it at this point in the game. This puts pressure on them to draw a creature as well. Cool. Alright, let's get rid of Ren and 6 before he emblems, then we can go after him. Triple Blood Moon as well, so 1 Force of Vigor won't clear the board. Looks like he's still flooding. Fortunately, no instant speed creatures to worry about. No ambush vipers of the literal sense. Tireless Tracker. Alright, that's a pretty good find, man. That's going to be hard to attack through. Alright, well, if we top deck that basic, we might have a shot. I can't really attack here. I could lure us to hand, actually, in that spot. Man, those top decks, like, he'd blanked for, like, 3 or 4 turns running, and now these top decks are pretty scary. Discard some of these Sentinel's Eyes. We've still got 1 in hand. I think first strike's going to be the first thing we want to get down if we get access to white. We'll be taking 7 here. Looks like he's got spells in hand. He's probably got burn spells in hand at the moment. So we're likely dead to any more attacks. Okay, sure. Just concede there. He does seem to be harder on the Blood Moon than the Magus of the Moon, but normally they run like 6 to 8 copies of Moons, so doesn't mean that he doesn't have both copies in the deck. Alright, land back in on the play. Because we're on the play, we might be able to fetch around Blood Moon a little bit as well and make it less impactful against us. Suppression Field's also better on the play than the draw here. It could be Spirit Mantle's better than... I think Spirit Mantle's better than Griffspoon in the spot, even though it's a mana extra. Just combining with Vigilance and giving us the blocking, it's going to be important. Really massive that we stole game 1. Really shit that we don't have a creature. This is not a good hand. We have access to like 2 basics. Still, it's pretty uninspiring. We can see a better 5 here. Opponent keeping 7. Alright, we'll keep this one. Ditch. And ditch. So we've got our play around Blood Moon. We've got our basic source here. One in tapped. You got it, opponent. This means his best turn 2 is like a stomp. We could be getting Anger of the Gods as well, actually, so we might want to leave this creature in hand. Odd turn 2 Arbor Elf. Not all she cracked up to be. Could be a Nature's Claim here as well. Okay, no Nature's Claim. What's the play, opponent? I'm sort of keen to get Lurrus out on the board, but realistically it's just going to eat a Lightning Bolt. We can't get any immediate value off it here either. Alright, so here's Khan the Great Creator. Bugger off, man. Literal fucking filth, dude. Literal filth. Anyone that plays this card, I hate them so much. I can't believe that, like, Wizards just still has not banned this card. I mean, they got rid of Microsync Lattice and it's not being played in every deck, but it is still a massive, massive problem in Modern. It's completely inexcusable, the fact that it's just allowed to keep doing what it's doing. Like, is anyone going to defend Ensnaring Bridge off of like a tutor effect that can also tutor Walking for Ballista, Sky Flagship, Sovereign, Trini Sphere? Is anyone going to defend that card? Who the hell is defending this card? Wow, he's not playing Ensnaring Bridge yet? Or he can still play Ensnaring Bridge after doing these effects. Okay. He's got 6 cards in hand though, so I can actually clear this Renin 6 off the board. As you can see, this game with Suppression Field, it would have had a really big impact here on these fetch lands. Arbor Elf, Khan, huge impact. Let's kill Renin 6, attack him, commit a Dryad Arbor. Opponent adding mana. So obviously the turn he plays Ensnaring Bridge, he wants it to completely disable my attacks. So he's going to be looking to get other cards out of his hand here. Yeah, Seasoned Pyromancer. I mean, sort of loots you. Discarding Lightning Bolt Pillage. What do we got? Blood Moon now? Ensnaring Bridge. There it is. Everybody's favorite card. 3 cards in my opponent's hand. Obviously, we can't attack here. We could path our own creature and then, like, look to Griffspoon on a different creature and start attacking, but realistically, that's not a good win condition. Also, we literally haven't drawn an aura this game. We've hit our 6th draw step, and we haven't drawn a single aura. How many fucking times does this have to happen to us on camera? Like, Jesus, man. They're close to turning Clothers on as a god. Yeah, get that filth in exile. Such a stupid card. Just enabling tutor this is just so stupid. Oh, wow. Amazing. Go on, put some shit to hand. And then allow me to attack and kill this in the air. So if you put something to hand, He'll have 4 cards in hand. He might not be able to empty it out of hand, and then we will be able to attack him potentially. Of course, if he's just getting that ridiculous card, Liquid Metal Coating, from next turn we'll start losing all our auras, all our lands, and there'll be literally nothing we can do about it. Unless we literally top deck Daybreak Coronet. Sovereign... Why do people play this card? Whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, it deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. I don't get why people play this fucking card. That can't be the best card in your deck to tutor for, like... We're probably getting lightning bolted, so we probably can't attack the Khan here, yeah. He's doing an upkeep. We still fucking draw creature. Jesus, man. This is going to be a big problem. Leave 1 in hand. Oh, boy. We could path this thing away, and then they don't have their ridiculous clocks, so let them spend a whole bunch of resources equipping it and going hard and whatever else. That still cannot be the best line that you have, opponent. Oh, opponent. You're losing your Khan here, buddy. You're losing Khan number 2. So Liquid Metal Coating to hand, Batter Skull to hand now. Fucking hell, man. Arbor Elf now. Jesus, dude. Could he just have a 4th card in hand just once this fucking game? Like, honestly, dude. This is ridiculous. Alright, Rancor, let's go. Let's get an attack happening. We can, like, path trigger, get rid of Khan. Sucks my opponent's gonna have this Sovereign Skyship freaking captain going unmanned, but I literally need to get this on the battlefield. Like, there is no way I'm winning this game with that Khan on the battlefield, just being able to tutor what it wants. So we'll now Rancor the battlefield on this big guy so we can block the Sovereign Skyship. Shit. Alright, opponents making themselves very vulnerable to Force of Vigor here if we ever draw it. They're also 7 cards deeper than what we are right now. We finally hit our 3rd aura of the game on our turn 7. Oh, Tireless Tracker and Clues. No, I don't think we're getting there, guys. We actually need to draw Force at this point, or else there's just no hope. If we Force, get rid of Bridge, Sovereign Skyship, we can maybe deal with Batterskull over time. The one time they needed him the most, they forsook him. We have been forsaken, guys. Let's get this Bogle. Opponent gets to drain life as well, because Clothis, uninteractable god, you know. Remember when, like, your god was Thassa and it, like, scryed you one, and if you paid 2 mana, you got, like, unblockable on a single creature? Yeah, those were nice days, weren't they? When gods weren't just completely fucking overtuned. Probably back when Bogles was last actually a tier 1 deck. I could actually block and kill the germ token, but then they can just equip a different creature and go hard from next turn, so that's not really the most ideal scenario for us. The question is, why didn't he activate Sovereign Skyship and like shoot my Lurus whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks? Literally, it doesn't matter how bad he's played though, because these cards have put him so far ahead. Look at what he's got. He's got Ensnaring Bridge, Flagship, and Batterskull out of them, and taken multiple attacks out. The power of Khan the Great Creator. We now have like the question of, if we draw Force, what the fuck is this shit, man? What do we go after? Do we go after the bridge, the flagship, or the Batterskull? We can only go after 2. And, you know, this shit keeps happening, so... Surely you tap the germ token, equip the vehicle of the Skyship with the germ, and then like equip the Batterskull across, and then get your attack for 10, bolt 3. Surely, just going out on a limb here, that would be a good line. Now we're sacking clues. Who needs to win the game when we're sacking clues, man? I guess they can't attack with this. Okay, right. Ensnaring Bridge. I'm a peanut, but yeah, still. I'm sure they've probably got a way to deal with this at this point. Alright, nice active opponent. They somehow missequenced it so they don't get their attack in with the big boy. We can trade off with the germ, and their Snaring Bridge is their own worst nightmare at the moment. If we could draw Daybreak Coronet, we can put up a really good block. And then we can look to slowly kill over however many turns. Why wouldn't you attack with that? Wait, how did they get extra cards in hand? Fucking bullshit, man. I need to block the flying, but if I block the flying, I don't get shit. Because I can't return Grispoon and play Daybreak. Our opponent, like, literally just bullshitted this, man. Look at the draw quality and difference. Like, he's also... What, 13 cards deeper in his deck? No, 18 cards deeper in his deck. This definitely feels bad. If... that's all cards in hand, and he doesn't play anything else, we can still Daybreak attack. That's not going to be the case, though. Here's the Blood Moon, finally. Stomp. Fucking Jesus, cunt. Alright, well, hey, look, a Spirit Mantle. Alright, well, we lost that one to the top deck, and we're currently on one. That's a shame. They obviously did draw a significant amount more cards than what we did, and that's fine. I accept that, but, like, that second Khan the Great Creator, which I'm pretty suspect that was in hand. I'm pretty sure that was on top. It's just like so dumb. But yeah, that's all she wrote, people. You can't win them all, even when your opponent makes some pretty questionable decisions. So that's enough salt for today, guys. I do hope you enjoyed my salty content. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.